So today we are going to be making a hair bow for a little girl. This is about what it will look like. It is about 3 inches to 3.5 inches across, and I am using 1.5 inch grove gain ribbon for this. This is just super cute. It's on a clip. You can have a lined clip or unlined clip. It's personal preference, and the options are really endless with these. So what you're going to need for this tutorial is a piece of ribbon, whatever you want to use for your actual bow, a centerpiece. Today we're going to be just using another piece of coordinating ribbon, but these are all options for added centerpieces that you can use as well, just a little fancy. You are also going to need a needle with thread, scissors, an alligator clip, a lighter, a pen, and another optional piece is the silly grips, which you add onto the bow clip after you're finished. That just helps it clip into the little girl's hair and not slide around, and this is especially great if they have fine hair. So let's get started. I also forgot to mention that you will also need a hot glue gun. It just helps easily put everything together at the end. And down in the description below, I will leave a formula that will help you determine how much ribbon you need to make the size bow you want using the size ribbon that you want. So first of all, you will take your main ribbon for your bow, and you're going to take the ends, and you are going to ever so carefully just light them a little bit so they melt and heat seal so it doesn't fray. And then you are going to take your ribbon and you are going to fold it in half. And you are going to take your pen and you are going to mark the center. I'm gonna move my needle and thread out of the way. So if you can see, there's my center right there. So then you're gonna lay your ribbon down like this, right side down, and then you are gonna take the end right side down and you're going to just pick it up and loop it around to that center dot, to the center that you marked, like that. Then you're going to take the other end and you're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna loop it around the other way, right side down, on top of there. So you are going to have basically a figure 8, and then you're going to take your top part and you're going to pull that down, and then you're going to take your bottom one and put it up, and then you're going to hold it all in the center, flip it around, and this is basically your bow. And then what you're going to do, and you can put little dabs of hot glue between all of these layers to kind of keep them together. I don't, just because it's just an extra step. What you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and thread, you're going to place it through the center of the back, pull it through, and then you are going to wrap it around your bow, the center, tightly a couple of times. So I usually wrap it once to just get everything there. And then I pull it as tight as it can go. Don't pull excessively tight because you can snap your ribbon, your thread. And then you're just gonna wrap it around. So this, I don't want this to scare some people away by saying in the beginning that you need needle and thread, because there really is not much sewing at all. So once you have wrapped it around and you can't pull any tighter, you're just gonna take your thread and you're just going to do a couple of stitches to tie it off. And then once that's done, you're just going to take your scissors and trim that off. So basically this is your bow. This is your bow. you can kind of adjust it and pull it to be, so before you stitch it, you kind of want to have it pretty even, the sides. So as you can tell, this side is kind of a little bit bigger, but once it's in their hair, it really won't show that much. So that's your bow. So then for your center, you're gonna take, today we are gonna do a knotted center. I just like how they look. So you're gonna take your coordinating ribbon, you're going to basically tie a knot. That's all you're gonna do. You're gonna tie a knot, and you can do this as tight of a knot or as loose of a knot as you want. It's personal preference. So here is your bow, your knotted bow center. And what you're going to do is you're going to need your scissors for this and your alligator clip. Now, as you can tell with the alligator clips, one part goes up and one is flat. You want the part that goes up on the bow because you want the flat part against the little girl's head. You can line your bow, your clip if you want, like how this one is lined. This one is fully lined. Some come partially lined, but I'm not going to because I just think it's an extra step. And sometimes the lined clips can actually just create it to be pretty slippery, so it can end up sliding off of their hair, especially if you don't add the silly grips in there. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your hot glue gun, you're going to put some on the bow in a little line. And you're going to glue your clip down. Now, if you don't have this lined like I don't, you need to push down, but then you need to open it pretty quickly because, as you can tell, there's glue in the middle, and we don't want the clip to be glued shut. So I'm just going to open it, let it dry a little bit, and I'm just going to pull the glue out that got stuck in there. So this can be a little bit easier if you do have a lined clip, but I find it just to work just as well with that one. So now that your clip is on there, you are going to go back to the front. You're going to take your center, you're going to place it on how you want. And to make this stay, you can also, if you want to, put just a little dab of glue in the middle and place that down like so. Then you're going to turn it around. You're going to have to open your clip. This can get a little tricky. I like to put the glue on the actual ribbon, the center piece. So then you put some glue on there. And you are going to put this down and under your clip. And now you can shut your clip. It will just be holding that centerpiece down. And then you are going to take your scissors and you're going to cut that ribbon. And then you're going to take your lighter and you're going to very carefully try to heat seal that little ribbon that you just cut. It will be underneath the other one, so it's not a huge deal if you don't do that one. And then you're going to do the same thing for the other side. Put some glue on here. Open your clip and then place it down. And close your clip so it helps the glue stick. And I'm going to put it down. I'm going to glue it down a little bit more. A little bit further down. And then you're going to do the same thing on this end. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut away the excess. And then you're going to take your lighter and heat seal. And that is your bow. Super cute, super easy. The last step that you can do, if you want, it's optional, is you can take a Silly Grips. I will leave a link to the Silly Grips down in the description. They are from a place called the Ribbon Retreat. They come, I think, 100 to a pack for about $2, so you can do a lot of those. Basically, they're just a sticky little, they have adhesive on one side, so they're very sticky, and then it's just a little rubber kind of pad, and it helps it not slide out of their hair. So you open your clip, and you can either put it on this side or this side. It really doesn't matter. Since I didn't line my clip, I'm gonna put it on this side, because if I put it on this side, then some of the adhesive would be exposed through the clip and some of her hair could get stuck. So I'm gonna put it on this side and just push the clip down, get it down there, and so that's what it looks like. It's clear, so you can't really see it. So that is your adorable bow. All finished and ready to be worn. You can put this directly in their hair. You could put it on a headband. The options are completely endless. So I hope you like this tutorial, and I hope you are able to make tons of bows.